Josh Kroenke had an interview. Josh Kroenke had an interview and referred to the Invincibles and said, we're trying to reach that level again. Okay. And in this interview, right, he also said it was really interesting because Josh Kroenke loves football. His family is involved in Arsenal. And of course, he did get a lot of heat for the Super League, but he spoke about all that. And he spoke about this in this video here. So I will be getting that up. But I really do believe, I am not backing the Kroenkes, guys. Don't get me twisted. I don't believe they're going to change overnight and change their tune. But I do believe you can, if you do the proper investment, build a winner under any management. I'm not saying the Kroenkes are gonna be the best thing since sliced bread. I am not Kroenke in. I am not pulling Kroenke PR. I'm just telling you guys what's going on from Arsenal perspective. So you guys let me know. Josh Kroenke's interview. What do you think? Or should I play a little bit of it for you?
Yeah, if you can. Yeah. If you have the transcript.
Go ahead. I haven't heard it.
Nah.
Okay. Let me play it.
So now they have some Stanley Cup experience as well. We don't have Stanley Cup Finals experience.
Come out of college, and you were one of the first people that would you were like, man, I got emotional watching you win a championship. But he also knows that I was competing against Luke and watching me and Channing win a championship. So
you guys continue talking. I'm gonna find the exact moment. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's when it comes to the Kroenkes, I'm sure Colin's probably the same. Like, I don't really look out for what they say. It comes across on like the Twitter timeline and those things. And yeah, I take it with a pinch of salt because a lot of owners talk, a lot of people talk, don't they? And yeah, they're talking a good game. And in probably the past 2 seasons, I can say they've kind of shown a little bit in the transfer market. In the fact that they are trying to move us forward, but 2 seasons. You're on mute, you go. Yeah.
I got it ready, okay? So this is what he says. Ready?
Go for it.
Is
can you hear it?
I can.
European football that is unlike many others. It's got an amazing history. It was publicly traded, kind of similar, I guess, to the Green Bay Packers or something you'd say over here. So we started buying shares, and eventually that led to, him requiring over 50% of the company. We got into the.
So he's just talking about right now how they bought the club, how they got into Arsenal, how they did everything. But now he's going to start talking about more personal moments and everything about it. So let's get back to it.
13 or 14. And so I was put onto the board, started getting more familiar with the club. I was actually, before I started playing basketball as a youngster, soccer was my first love.
He's trying to show that he is connected to the sport, that he loves football, and he knows a lot about football. So what do you think about that?
I mean, listen, Tyreek said it for me. I don't have to say shit. With these owners, I take everything they say with a pinch of salt. I've been burned one too many times, bro. Remember, be excited. Nah. We're not doing that again.
No, but to be fair to him, he said be excited. Then we signed Pepe, and everyone was excited.
Yes.
Just to be devil's advocate.
Yes, but what's followed that?
Okay.
What, two seasons of heavy investment? In which I would only really class last summer as really big investment. And in truth, we've needed that for fucking ages. So
we're going to analyze this whole thing. It's very short, but Tyreek, what do you think as we continue?
Do you know what? You raised a good point.
I don't use that term really anywhere else other than when I'm on American soil. It's actually become second nature to just say football.
You know what? You do raise a good point in terms of the fact that they have. That's what I mean. In the past couple of seasons, I know what you're saying, Colin, because we've come from it's that PTSD when it comes to Arsenal for this. We've trusted it. We've thought we've been lied to, been told. Remember about moving to the Emirates, who we're going to be big as. Do you know what I mean? So
don't even get me started on that, bro. Don't even get me started.
If we can have the proof in the pudding, e.g., then Maybe it's something else. Maybe then we can. Colin, I believe if that happens, Colin will believe. It kind of like Liverpool fans. Remember, Liverpool are probably the perfect example in their feelings towards their ownership. And then the success started to come, and what happened? Died down. Then they went throughout a transfer window where they didn't sign anyone when they was meant to. Oh, it's we can't do anything with these guys, and then died down again. Luis Diaz comes in. The last summer, not the last summer, the summer before, Thiago, Jota, etc. And they really improved their squad. That's just what's going to happen, and that's whose fault is it? It's the Kroenkes. But to play devil's advocate quickly, they have spoken and they've come out and said,
"Let's play more of it."
Yeah,
in time. Was as much time as I've spent over there, and so Arsenal Football Club I was very familiar with. I knew some of the great teams. Arsenal. We have one of our most famous teams, if not our most famous team, was the Invincibles of 2003, 2004. They went the entire Premier League unbeaten. And over there you can have draws as well as you get 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and then 0 points for a loss. They were able to go the entire season unbeaten, and so that's something that our football club has to that they're had to hang on just a little bit. And so we're trying to reach that level again.
Boom. That is the main thing that is causing the controversy. He ended up saying we're trying to reach that level again. That is showing some level of ambition. Do I believe him fully? No. Do I think he has the best interest at heart for the club? Yes. Do I think they're going to get us to the top mountain? Probably not. But realistically, at this moment in time, all we have is what he's saying. Thomas has joined us. Thomas, what are you saying, man? Do you believe
I'm all right. I'm all right. How are you guys? You guys good?
We're good, man. Do you believe the Kroenke? What you just said?
What'd you say, bro?
Did you listen to the Kroenke interview?
No, I didn't listen to it, bro. I didn't listen to it. What did he say?
He said he's trying to reach the level of the Invincibles again with Arsenal.
Kroenke?
Yep.
Oh my, is this guy? Is he mad? Is he mad? Oh my days. This is why Kroenke has to sell up, bro. Like he needs to go because the Invincibles.
Based on what? The fact that he said
18 years ago, I was 9 the last time.
Clarify, I don't think he meant actually winning the league unbeaten again. I think he
just means reaching that level of competing with the rest of the league and being one of the best teams in Europe.
I don't think we can do that again, like because Kroenke just talks a load of shit anyway. But I don't think we can, man. Like not yet. Not.
Yo, guys, if you don't know,
Kroenke says some fucked up shit. This is why he's got to sell up this club and give it to Daniel Ek or anyone better than this clown. He doesn't care about ambition. He's happy with mediocrity. Like, this is why we people stop accepting mediocrity. But Stan Kroenke he says some fucked up shit.
No, I'm not talking about Stan. Stan doesn't speak. It's Josh that we're talking about.
Josh Kroenke, his son, Josh. He says some shit anyway. The guy goes to the games and watch. What does he even do in the games? He does fuck all anyway. Josh Kroenke.
Tom, 1 second. We're not here to spew our anger. We're just here to analyze what he actually said. So let me just show you another part of what he was speaking about just before we go. And Tyreek, as you said earlier, if we can get away from the hate for a second and just talk about the actual situation ahead and what he's talking about, because that makes more sense.
Okay.
Will anyone ever go unbeaten in the Premier League? I doubt so. I mean, Manchester City and Liverpool are as impressive as clubs as you can.
A little nervous, lad. A little nervous. Like 2 years ago, Liverpool they were on a roll. They were on a roll. Yeah,
they were on a roll. But very difficult to do, obviously. But anyway, we eventually in summer of 2018, we purchased the remaining shares, and we now own 100% of the club. Before that, I had started to get.
So he's now talking about what they've owned, how long they've owned the club.
That was my next point, Igal. When I was saying going to play devil's advocate, they've only taken ownership of 2018. And what have we seen since then, Igal? We've seen investment.
Yeah.
So I understand where it comes from as an emotional point. I'm the same as you. From a heart of heart, I can't trust these people because I've been burnt before. However, there are some facts in there. Like, we have to have a little bit of balance into it. We have to look at it and say, yes, they have invested. That whole Thomas Partey situation, that was their investment. Yes, did it work out? And also look at the contract situation. The Glazers, they don't cut contracts when they can afford to, but these guys are willing to take the hit for it. So they're willing to take their mistakes, own it, and try and do something. Whether it's going to be successful or not, who knows?
Yeah, there are some positives to the Kroenkes, right? I'm not going to say that there isn't, because that would be denying the obvious information that's in front of me, right?
Just to let 1 second, just to let everyone know, for the rest of the video, he just explains what happened during the lockdown, what happened during COVID time, how he ended up spreading COVID to Arteta and shaking hands with the Greek guy from Olympiacos, the owner of Olympiacos, and he also himself was isolated after that. And then the rest of the video kind of just talks about that. It doesn't really get into anything else. The main point was what I showed you. But my whole thing about this is the Kroenkes, Josh Kroenke, whatever they are, you can hate on the Kroenkes. I can hate on the Kroenkes. I cannot trust the Kroenkes until they deliver and until I see it with my own eyes. But as a fan, I hope that they can. I don't want my hate for the Kroenkes to punish me as a fan. I don't want to be like, you know what, because the Kroenkes are here, we're screwed and we're always going to be screwed. No. I get that they haven't shown us any level of change. But what they have done is slowly and surely they're starting to back the club financially. And if they can back us more financially, we can get higher and higher up the table and eventually competing for the league. If that means when they do compete for the league, they can then sell, even better. But at this moment in time, all we can go on is what they are doing. And they went and we spent the most money in the window last summer. I'm not defending the Kroenkes. I'm just trying to defend my point here. I do believe that we can win even with bad ownership. Look at Liverpool's ownership. Their ownership's not that great. They don't spend money. They don't buy transfers. We've buy more players than them. Maybe it's because they need it. But guess what?
I think the difference
listen, not just because Manchester United have American owners doesn't mean we have our owners can't get it right.
No. Not all owners are American or shit, right? That's the point here. Like Liverpool's owners, I mean, I don't think
not in a bit.
Okay.
I don't think FSG's plan though was to win the title. If they say it was, then they're bullshitting, because that was not the plan. The plan was to make a more sustainable club for Liverpool, because the previous regime fucked up their finances so bad to the point where Rafa Benitez walked out. Like, that's how that all came about. The Glazers, this is what people get misconstrued with the Glazers, right? This assumption that they spend money. To me, it's bullshit. The reason why it is because Manchester United, like us, right, we make the majority of our money through our own means, through ticket sales and like other revenue streams and stuff like that, right?
Let me just wrap up this topic, because we have a long way to go with the video and I just don't want to stay too long on this. But my question to everybody is, forget about the Kroenkes for a second. Do you believe if Arsenal has the right recruitment and the right level of backing, that we can compete and get higher up the table to compete for the league title or the Champions League in the near future? That is my main question. And if that is a yes, let me know. If that is a no, and you think as long as the Kroenkes are here, even if they do properly sign the right people and hire the right manager and hire the right people, we will never win anything. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think it's unrealistic to think it might happen, but for it to happen, we need to see investment to the level that we saw last summer consistently.
Okay, and to finish your earlier point, with that, we've covered it many times, guys. I'm sorry, I can see that my guy was saying he's making a good point. Don't cut him off, but unfortunately, we do have to continue keep the show rolling. Tyreek, you were going to say?
I was going to say, yes, there is a way. There is a way that we can compete. Liverpool, perfect examples. If we can when we make mistakes, it's all about how quickly can we recognize them and rectify them. And we have done that. Willian situation, Aubameyang, even those things. Like, we have to be ruthless in those situations. And and hopefully we can start making money by actual sales and stuff. Like, we'll have to do that with some of our key players now. We'll have to make that decision and say, that's it, cut ties and try and move on. Coutinho, that's my example.
Okay. And then Thomas, same thing.
Stan Kroenke, I'm not sure about that. Do I trust him to get us challenging for the league again? I'm not sure, because we've said this time after time. I just don't trust the Cronkies, bro. Let them put their money where their mouth is. I just don't trust him. Do you think I trust him to get the right manager? No, I don't. Even if he gets us the right manager, I don't even know if we can challenge, because Kroenke has to back the manager we get. But I'm not gonna trust anything he says, because he just says a lot of nonsense and a lot of bullshit for me, bro. So I don't trust Stan. I don't trust the Cronkies, bro. So yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Serge, what's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen. EGTV, you already know. And if you're on your phone, it's even easier. Press that like button for me, and you know what? Subscribe while you're still here. And big up to everybody watching. Check out most of my content. I'll be throwing out more content every single day.